What's good with you people? Louthewritersports back with you once again. I hope everybody's out there taking care of themselves, staying safe, living their lives. Hopefully making sure that whatever they doing in their life is going great. Now, today is the NFL draft, and a lot of moves have been taken for place. The fourth, if none of y'all know, I'm a 49ers fan. What up, Polo? And right now, and Aaron Rodgers had came out today saying, I want to be traded because I'm done with the Green Bay Packers. And the 49ers offered Green Bay the number 3 pick for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers they offered Aaron Rodgers. The 49ers offered, here I go. The 49ers offered the number 3 pick, Jimmy G, and other picks for Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers turned that down because they don't want to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Because the only reason why the Packers turned that down because they worry about them not getting fans in stadium if they trade away Aaron Rodgers. Y'all not willing to pay Aaron Rodgers the money he rightly deserves. He's a 4-time MVP, and y'all don't want to trade Aaron Rodgers for the number 3 pick. Y'all want to get rid of him. He's unhappy there right now, and y'all basically it's another fact that they don't want to have the 49ers win another Super Bowl because they know if he goes there, he's going to win in Mike Shanahan's system because they got everything he wants. He's a lifelong 49ers fan who wants to go to San Francisco. When he was back in the draft, he wanted to get drafted there. But Green Bay playing hardball right now. 1 hour ago, Aaron Rodgers has stated, I want to be traded to the 49ers. Y'all better take that trade. So we're going to find out in the next 2 hours because the NFL draft is tonight at 8 o'clock. And it's up to the 49ers. Are they going to take Matt Jones, Trey Lance, or is that pick going to be traded in the next couple of hours? Like, if you got opportunity to get Aaron Rodgers, an MVP type of quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, I want that pick. Who cares? He only got 4 to 5 years left in his career. If he's still playing at a level where he can win games, you might well try that. I'm taking that deal. It's Aaron freaking Rodgers. Why wouldn't you trade? Why wouldn't Green Bay take the number 3 pick and pick one of these quarterbacks? Or pick a need that they want? Like, who knows what these NFL teams be thinking, though? So I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat room. Y'all in here. So y'all can let me know what y'all think. I just want to say I appreciate the people who have been kicking with me so far, man. I know I'm just starting out. I'm still trying to learn this last step. What up, Polo?
What's going on, Big Lou?
as 49ers fan, I want them to get Aaron Rodgers. That's what's going on.
Well, listen, Lou, man. Hey, look, I highly, and respectfully disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because it has nothing to do with how Aaron Rodgers, uh, his play per se. Now, let's just call it what it is, Lou. He has not been the same ever since those couple years. I would say that after that second MVP, he hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same Aaron Rodgers to to come up. You know, like he hasn't been that clutch worthy type of person. Now I'm gonna take it a step further for you. Name all of the players that ever said that Aaron Rodgers was a great player and a great teammate. I'll wait. You
I
don't
think
hear that. You don't hear that. Greg Jennings even struggles to even say that Aaron Rodgers was a great teammate. However, when you try to put up uh, an argument, not you, I'm talking about others, because you know what the argument is. Oh, Aaron Rodgers versus Brady. Now Brady clears the water out of everything. Aaron Rodgers has been constantly trying to get to the NFC championship all the time, trying to get back to the Super Bowl and everything. And guess what Tom Brady does? He comes in the same division, does the thing, mano a mano, and guess what he does? He won. He showed the world. Now, initially, they wanted to have Brady versus Rodgers a long time ago. They've always wanted that. They wanted to have when they were NFC, AFC. But he did it. He did it on the stage, and guess what? Now Aaron Rodgers crying about it. He's a crybaby. Now I'm not taking, and I'm gonna tell you something, Lou, that's gonna surprise you. I think of all time, next to Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback. But as a teammate, his mentality, his personality, man, he sucks. Everybody wants to play with Brady. You see, AB just resigned. You got Indelible Sue. You got Jason Pierre-Paul. All of these guys were expendable. Nobody wanted him in the league. Indelible Sue, nobody wanted to play with him because he was so much of an alpha. Guess what? He came to Brady. AB, they was up in here. Oh, he done a championship. Kind of like when you get your first piece of you know what. Guess what? He said, "Fuck that! I'm staying." So I know I'm getting off the subject, but what I'm saying though, Lou, I wouldn't want him to go to the 49ers like that. You say he got 4 to 5 years left, right?
Yeah, he's like
I don't.
30. He's 35 right now, so he probably play up
Mhm.
all the way up to 41.
So so you can really honestly see him getting y'all over the hump.
But Polo, how many times did he ask for help from Green Bay? Help from helping that
I
getting that defense
I would.
and getting that offensive lineman, and getting the running game. He had a dozen times for them to do something about that, and they have not did that. Now he wants out. Can you blame him for
That's
filming the way he's filming?
okay. That's a great point, and I will give you about 60% of that. Okay, but it's not like they have not made moves. It's not like they have not had chances. It's not like Aaron Rodgers has not been hurt. Come on now, he's been hurt. How many times has he been? I think he's been hurt like twice, two major injuries. If I'm not correctly, man, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong. But I will give you that. I'll give you 60% of that.
And
But you still have to
Come
show.
on, that and Polo, they had went to the NFC Championship game almost 2 3 years in a row now. Now he's still a decent
and he
quarterback. He still does things. He does help that team win a lot of games, even though they don't got the pieces that he feels that they don't have.
okay,
Now,
but see, my thing is,
you come now, if you come to 49ers, you're going to have a good defense, and you do have the pieces on that offense that you need to help get you some Super Bowl. Tannehill's offense is going to help him out because one, he is in the upper age, and you still going to have a running game. You'll have one of the best tight ends in the league in Kittle, and you're going to have receivers.
it's all going to depend. It's all going to depend on what happens tonight. It's all going to depend on what happens tonight. Me honestly, because I thought that Detroit was eyeing him from if I wasn't mistaken. Is that right or am I wrong? I know the 49ers was one of them, but I'm like, why would you want to go back and start over? You're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to learn. You got like he still got to
No,
learn.
no,
He got
he
to learn
actually
his
played.
personnel.
No, actually, that system that they play, he actually played in that. The head coach used to be his offensive coordinator, so he knows that system.
Right, but I'm not talking about the system per se.
And
Lou, you
plus
play.
that's Cal Shanahan. He knows Mike Shanahan's system. He knows Cal
I
Shanahan's
know
system.
Shanahan is a beast. He was always the Shanahan legacy will never die. But Lou, dog, you played football, okay? So I can't even like you know what I'm saying step on your toes with nothing. But I can identify with you on this. Listen, you have to have just like with any sport you have to know your personnel, especially with football. You got to know you got a chemistry, and you have to gel. He's not gonna come in right away. Okay, let me ask you this then: for a project, how many years? How many years of a project would you give that on an Aaron Rodgers project? How many years do you see that happen in either championship, AFC championship, or Super Bowl?
If he don't go Super Bowl, that's gonna be, and then that's a failure because when Aaron Rodgers comes to your team, he is expected to make to the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl.
Exactly. You do that. You watch Lou. I guarantee you, if he's gonna start off slow because he's gonna learn a new system. You know what I'm saying? He might gravitate to. But then again, you never know, Lou. You might be right. You might hit an eighth in the hole in terms of what might happen. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is why not get somebody in there? Because who they got? It's not Garoppolo.
Basically, this is a situation, Polo. If the trade don't happen in the next couple of hours or at 8 o'clock tonight, they're gonna pick either Matt Jones or Trey Lance.
Right? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, because I'm gonna be right there. And Lou, you need to go live again, man. I'm wanting you to go live again because I don't think nobody else is doing football or really watching the draft like that tonight. But after the draft day, you need to go live again because there's several situations that I'm looking at right now that can actually be kind of a dagger in the heart for some teams. I know the Cowboys right now, their biggest thing is getting better on the defense. That's that's
But Jerry
that's
Jones, but if they was to Jerry Jones and pick that tight end, I don't know. Like right now, like the offense is not the problem with the Cowboys. The problem right now is they defense. But if Jerry Jones has his way, he's gonna pick that tight end.
yeah, it's secondary, and they got rid of their receiver.
Because
What's
this off season, they have picked up guys with injury history on their defense. That's not going to help them out.
right? And then they got Vander Ish. We got to see how he look coming back.
Like they freed up some cap room when that linebacker who had injury history retired. Sean So they
Uh,
got young guys that the young linebacker, the middle linebacker retired because he had concussion issues and injury history.
right. Yeah. Yeah. He was up in age though. Wasn't he? How old was he? Was he in his 30s?
Yeah,
Zach Smith. What wasn't it Zach Smith? What was his name? Uh, what was that guy's name? I forgot that guy's name. He was like 38 though. But anyways, man, Lou, we got to see. Listen, I'm not. A lot of people think that I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is not supremely gifted because in terms of throwing the football, I haven't seen nobody throw a football like that since Dan Marino. The way he throws it and the way and how he throws it, but he's not coming with that like in the remember in the fourth quarter of games with like what 4 minutes to go, Lou. Man, you had to be nervous of what Aaron Rodgers was gonna do, and he's not. He don't do that same thing anymore.
yeah,
I used to be nervous. Like I used to be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like man, Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, what? And see, after that, he
y'all played Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game last year, and he had a chance to tie that game up. Tell me you was not nervous when they went down when they was in the red zone.
I mean, a, a little bit, but I knew his track record over the last couple of years, and not because his talent, but because he's been kind of less than 100%. I wasn't really too worried, but it still kind of lingered there though. I can't even lie to you, Lou, a little bit, yeah. But this is what I was going to say too. Uh, we also have to look at the 49ers on both ends of the field. We can't just be looking at okay, yeah, uh, you know, we got the offense and everything. What about their defense? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that Richard Sherman, you know what I'm saying? Because Richard Sherman's still there, right?
No, they didn't bring him back because
Where'd he go?
he's a free agent because you know how old he is now.
Oh man. So who? Okay, so what are y'all weak points? Because I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right now,
I
right
haven't really
now,
been paying.
our weak point is the safety in the corners.
Oh, okay, the secondary.
And yeah, so basically, if they do get a quarterback in the first round, then you're gonna see a whole
Uh-huh.
lot of them. They're gonna see probably a running. They're gonna take one running back and a whole lot of defensive players.
Okay, so if they got rid of Sherman and if that trying to go, they're not like when uh, it
Like
seems like y'all
really,
trying to
really, they
go
think about
young, but
bringing Sherman. Really, they think about bringing Sherman back as a coach
oh,
because Sherman said he still got a lot of respect for the 49ers and the organization because you got a GM who's a former defensive player and about to be a Hall of Famer, John Lynch, and he got along with the coaching staff and the players. He was when he was out with the injury, he was like a assistant coach on the sideline.
you know what? You know what I never understood, Lou, and this is probably gonna trip you out when I say this. Why in the hell did they get rid of Mike Singletary?
You
I
talking about when he
I
was
thought,
head coach?
yeah, man. I wanted to see Mike Singletary actually, you know what I'm saying, make the 49ers a progress. You remember when he was coaching and stuff, man, and the whole media was just making a big deal out of everything this guy did, man.
They got rid of him because he wasn't winning games.
Yeah, but I mean, it was his first year, man.
No, he was actually there. He actually coached the team for like 3 years before he got let go.
No, no, I'm talking about, well, because that one year, oh yeah, yeah, that's when he got into it with Vernon
Yeah.
Davis, yeah. And I was like, man, I wanted to see Mike Singletary be more, be more successful, man. But I guess it just didn't work out with him.
Then after they got rid of him, that's when they hired Jim Harbaugh.
But yeah, I know. And then they made a big jump too. That's when and then Colin Kaepernick, they had a squad, but see that was some conspiracy about that. But I'm not gonna get into that on YouTube. But that whole Super Bowl, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was pushing for y'all, Lou. I was pushing for y'all to win that thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know you. I know you. You got it, man.
I'm still upset that the fact they didn't call pass interference against Baltimore in the Super Bowl. I'm still upset about that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the NFL let
Yep.
Ray Lewis win that Super Bowl.
Hmm. Yep.
See, I'm more upset about the Kansas City game than the Baltimore game.
Oh, the Kansas City game.
Normally when the 49ers had the lead like that in the fourth quarter, a 20-point lead like in the fourth quarter, we expected to win that game. And plus, that pass Jimmy G threw down the middle, that was going to be a touchdown. But he overthrew the receiver. Now, if you got Aaron Rodgers making that throw, he gonna connect. Polo, is the main reason you don't want Aaron Rodgers to go 49ers because you're afraid they may meet Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship game?
But I have faith in I got too much faith in Brady, man.
Come on, Polo. You know you're afraid that may happen.
I don't doubt. Listen, like I told you, I don't doubt Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think that you're gonna have to start over. Everybody trying to do duplicate what Brady can do, and it just can't be done, man. It can't be done. He has to understand that Brady is he's a whole nother animal, man. Matter of fact, there's rumors about Aaron Rodgers about him being a prima donna, man.
Every quarterback.
And you don't hear nothing like that about Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a workhorse, man.
Polo, I know things about Tom Brady that will shock you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole world does, but it had nothing to do with his foot. It has nothing to do with his play. I listen. As far as all the I know what you go. I know what you about to probably get into, but I'm gonna respect your channel because I don't, I respect your channel very much in the LDBC. But I don't, I don't really look at stuff like that though, Lou. I look at the guy's talent, man. Like they tried to put this guy. They tried to say that this guy was cheating. What did he do? He came back the very next year with minimal practice, minimal workout, and having to go to court, do all that stuff, and still came back and won. They say he couldn't win without Belichick. He went to Tampa, whole new system, whole other conference, different weather, and then on top of that, a little bit older, and then on top of that, with the state of the pandemic, and guess what? Still came back and he won. He has defeated odds. Now all this other stuff about the conspiracies and stuff like that about Brady, and Brady's not even my favorite quarterback, man. But I have to give him his respect in terms of him being on the top. I got Joe Montana. I got him and Joe Montana, A1 and A2. And that's your quarterback. That's your quarterback too, Joe Montana.
Everybody will still pick Joe Montana over Brady.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all.
Montana did it work. Montana did it in an era where the rules that ain't the same where the rules are more harsh than it is now.
Oh, come on, Lou. Come on.
Come on,
I
man.
know. Yeah, I know. Hey, I understand that. But he also played with one of the. He played with the best receiver
You talking about
ever.
the best receiving core in history of the NFL? Jerry
Well,
Rice,
but which one?
Jerry
Which
Rice,
one?
John Taylor, um,
To,
Tom Rapton, like Bill
oh,
Walsh built.
but
If it wasn't for Bill Walsh, the 49ers would not be what they are today.
I was waiting on you to say that. Where's Walsh at now? Everybody talk about Belichick and all this other stuff. People talk about Shanahan and all. People talk about people that ain't even won nothing before Eddie Reed won that stuff. What happened to Bill Walsh? Bill
He
Walsh
passed away.
no. I know he passed away and everything, but I'm talking about nobody talks about him. Like you gotta put him up there.
No, really, Polo, the 49ers didn't get back. Okay, this is what happened. After Mike
What
Singletary
happened?
got fired,
Uh
after
huh.
Mike Singletary got fired, Bill Walsh came back in the fray. And
Hmm.
Bill Walsh basically chose the coach and chose the draft pick to rebuild the 49ers. And that actually worked.
Right.
Do you understand how many franchises built and coaching that franchises Bill Walsh built in this NFL, and how many of his former assistant coaches help them advance in the NFL? Think about who was on that coaching staff, Polo. Um, Mike Holmgren, the head the head coach of the Raiders right now.
I feel always talking
Mike,
about that's who kind of Bill Walsh kind of remind me of, like Larry Brown. Larry Brown is just as important in the NBA as to
and
what Bill Walsh is to the NFL.
Mike Holmgren and Shanahan was on those coaching staff. Bill Walsh got the best
Right.
coaching tree ever in the history of the NFL.
I like Bill Walsh, no, and nobody. It's just the same that nobody talk about him though. They always talk about Belichick. I don't take nothing away from Belichick, but you saw if you such a dynamic coach, if you such a dynamic coach, you should have been able to work with Cam better than what you did. Now I gotta give some of
Belichick,
that
Belichick,
fault to Cam.
Belichick is a defensive guy, so he ain't gonna be working with the offense.
Right, but he still got to have somewhat of a relationship, man. I mean, the relationship with your quarterback is very important, right? Right, Lou?
Yeah, yeah, it's
And
important.
I'm because you was a running back. I think you were running back, fullback, right? So I know you and your quarterback, y'all was waking up at like what 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, look, I got an idea. Am I lying? No.
Yeah, me and my quarterback are still friends to this day.
Exactly. It's very important, man. And see, that's the same as a coach. A coach with his quarterback, or a point guard with his coach, or a running back with the quarterback, or a quarterback with the receiver, or like on the defense being the front, the whole four. You know that's a relationship that y'all got to keep because it's a chemistry that has to go on and off the field. Now, okay, look, I'm gonna give a flip side to the Aaron Rodgers thing. Okay, I know everybody thinks I'm gonna say I always give a project. I if Aaron Rodgers does go, it's not gonna be right away. It's not gonna be right away. I will give him 2 years. I give him 2 years, man. But don't expect just magical things to happen though, Lou. We still
Now
we still got to talk about.
The person gonna be on Aaron Rodgers to go go to the NFC Championship game and go to the Super Bowl next year. If we get traded to the 49ers.
Man, Lou, I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna have my popcorn. I'm putting my kids to bed. Well, I'll probably have my son up, man. But I gotta watch this draft. I gotta see what happens, man. Cause I think from my recollection, we got a lot of secondaries coming out.
Yeah, this is the great draft to get secondary guys because you got a whole lot of guys who can play corner and safety in
Man,
this draft.
man, Lou, they got some DB hitters, man. Though, and that's why I want to see it because I like defense, man. I got to see this, man. I got to see how this is gonna play out. I want to see who the Cowboys gonna grab. We are right on our end. We don't need to tweak nothing too much, man. I would like to get another. I would like to get another.
Y'all need corners and safeties, Polo.
I was about to say that, but see, but listen, this is what I wanted to tell you though, Lou. A lot of people don't understand. We exposed at least 4 players. We exposed four of the top players in the league last year. We exposed Breeze last year. Okay, we exposed
But did you hear what Bree said though?
what
He
what
said he
before
was
he
only helping.
retired.
Yeah, he said last year he was only helping for one game for the whole season.
Oh man, come on, but I mean, you got out there and played though. Man, I like Breeze. I got respect for Breeze, but I don't want to hear that, Lou. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got out
yeah.
there.
He went out there and played because his team needed him, and he was forced to play.
Whoa! How was he forced to play and he got Winston? He got Jameis on the sideline.
He played because he knew it was going to be his last year, his last chance to get a Super Bowl.
Man, Drew Brees really don't want to retire. He don't want to retire, man.
And he don't want to have the he getting sick and tired of using the cane just every offseason.
Oh man.
You
Well,
know,
see,
he used to walk every offseason, right?
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, what's bothering him?
His lower back, his legs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he got a rupture. Don't he got a disc problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was. Yeah, man. Look. Okay, Mahomes. Now, let me ask you this though, Lou. Let me ask you this. Now, you know where I think Mahomes got exposed at? I think he got exposed on the Buffalo game. Is that fair to say?
No, he didn't have a good offensive line. Now that the fact that they got a great offensive line now after free agency, they're gonna be more dangerous.
So you think Kansas City? The only reason I feel like Kansas City could do somewhat of some damage is because he got some chance to heal, to rest, and everything like that. But I'm not going to sleep on Lamar Jackson at all. He's getting better and
Man,
better every year.
don't get me started on Lamar Jackson because Baltimore is not really helping him out.
Oh well, yeah, I think they gonna make some. I think they're gonna make some key moves, man.
They need to get him a receiver. So don't be surprised if they trade to get Julio Jones.
I would. Hey, I want I want him. Oh, hold on one second, Luke.
Like I said, guys, Baltimore needs a lot right now. They need a receiver for Lamar Jackson. So I've been hearing about the trade rumor for Julio Jones. If that happens, then I'm expecting Lamar to have a 3,400 yard passing season. Julio Jones at least 6 to 7 touchdown passes caught from Lamar Jackson. And beyond other things. But let me get back on this Aaron Rodgers thing. The 40 is 6:46 right now, and the draft starts at 8 o'clock tonight in a couple of hours. So it's still a possibility that the trade may happen. But Green Bay right now is playing hardball, even though 49ers willing to give up the house just to get Aaron Rodgers. And they probably look to other teams right now about the number 3 pick. So I'll say this right now. If this trade don't happen, I say at least when they on the clock, then you know they're gonna pick one of these young quarterbacks and Trey Lance or Matt Jones. But if that trade does go down, I don't know at the number 3 pick if Green Bay is going to take a quarterback or are they going to look to improve their defense. I don't know. So but but whatever happens after the draft, I will come on tonight and do a special after draft show. I will come on and do an after draft show about the thing the 49ers did to have to prove their team and some of the key picks they make. Because I remember last year when the 49ers had a top 10 pick, they picked a defensive player instead of taking a wide receiver. I was mad about that. I don't know why they took a defensive player, but it seemed to have worked out for them. Then the injury bug hit the 49ers once again. Like, Mike Shanahan's not a bad. I keep on wanting to say Mike Shanahan. But his son's the head coach of the team. Cal Shanahan's not a bad coach. It's just sometimes the injury bug hit the 49ers and you get the type of season you get with the backup quarterbacks. But if y'all want to head on a couple in NBA things, we can do that too. Because people are still not believing in the Brooklyn Nets. They're still mad at the fact that Brooklyn is doing what they doing.
Sorry. Sorry about that, bro.
It's all right, Polo.
What? Oh, damn! Well, I forgot what we was talking about.
You talking about your team?
I was talking about who?
You was talking about your team.
What did I say about them? Oh yeah, I know what I was talking about now. Look, if we could get a nice a couple more. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to say. With Tyreek Hill, we exposed. He exposed our secondary the first game that he played us when he lit us up. But we came back and we came out on a midget because he torched us the first game. But that second game, we really when we played him in the Super Bowl, Lou, we exposed Hill. Now I believe I'm not gonna go to sleep on Hill because he is a future Hall of Famer, but I believe he's always gonna run into some trouble if he plays us every now and again. And a lot of teams are going.
I want you to be careful because it's a possibility that Kansas City can take a wide receiver just like a Tyreek Hill tonight. Because there's a wide receiver who run the 4-2 who played at Louisville.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, man. I forgot about that guy, man. What's that guy's name, Lou?
Damn, my mind just went to blank right now.
I did hear about it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So
Cause
So
imagine a Tyree here on one side and the other receiver on the other
yeah,
side. Both of them run
right,
4-2 downfield. You like what
right.
the
Yeah, but you don't want to be a case. You don't want him to like what's that guy name that played on Carolina, Lou? The one that ran real fast, but he could barely. I mean, he'll catch it, but he was always outrunning. Seemed like he was always outrunning the balls and stuff, or he was being underthrown and stuff, or dropping balls and shit. Who is that? That guy? He played for Carolina. He was real fast. Uh, he
Steve
played with
Smith?
Cam. Nah, it wasn't Steve Smith. It was the other guy. Oh man, I think it was number 10 or something like that. Man, but that guy was always he was decent. It was it was that year, Lou, when it was they had Steve Smith. They had what's that? He got traded to the Redskins. Gordon.
I think I know you talking about he when he was at Ohio State, he played wide receiver and defensive back.
Yeah, right. And he was like, man, he was really fast. You don't want a situation to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd be super fast. Because sometimes that don't add up. It's like with Usain
But
Bolt.
that was Kansas City do. They end up picking fat, speedy wide receivers because that's
Yeah,
the type of offense Andy Reid runs.
they playing basketball on grass. Listen, I never I'm trying to figure out like how Andy Reid Andy Reid surprised me because Kansas City got like a high octane type of style offense that really wasn't like the case in when he was with the Eagles.
Yes, it
Am I
was.
am I tripping? They didn't really have that high octane offense like that, man.
No, if they would stay, if Andy Reid would stay a couple more years, that
Uh
would
huh.
have been their type of offense. See, Patrick Mahomes would have been an Eagle because he started looking at Patrick Mahomes a couple of years ago before he went to Tech.
Hmm.
See, plus they want to let Andy Reid run things in Philadelphia like they letting him run things down in Kansas City. Because the owners are the asshole.
Hmm. Man.
See, the reason why after Jim Harbaugh left, the reason why the 49ers was having bad seasons because the Bart his when his sister took over the 49ers, her
Uh huh.
son was a terrible president. He don't know nothing about football. Eddie
Right.
Eduardo knew everything about football, knew all the right moves to make.
He was just like grandfathered in, huh, Luke? It was kind of like they just they threw him in there because he was family and all that. Yeah,
I'm like,
that's it.
why would you let a kid take over the organization that's been a
Hmm.
dynasty for years? I was so mad about that.
Hmm.
And Jim Harbaugh and some of the moves he was making, it pissed off Jim Harbaugh because Jim Harbaugh knew better.
Right.
So when you got a kid who basically never played the game of football, don't know nothing
Hmm.
about how football works, it's gonna
Hmm.
you basically you end up in a bad organization.
Right. That's true.
It's like if you had a company and you want your kid to take over, you're gonna groom your kids from day one, not let them take over while they still in their late 20s or early 30s, right?
Right. Yeah. So they can know from the ground up instead of
Cause
you know.
you remember Ace Hardware, right?
Right.
that guy let their kid take over the company and look what and do you hear from HR word ever again?
Nope. Nope.
Cause that company went bankrupt.
Hold on 1 second, Lou. All right, hold on.
Being down to the ground. Like
Yeah, Ace Hardware, huh? Hmm. And check this, Lou. I didn't know this too. Now that we talking about business. Um, okay, you know waste management. Uh, that that company, waste management, the little
yeah, the garbage
trucking.
company owned by the mob.
There you go, Lou. Lou, something else, man. You gotta get on Patreon, man. Look,
Hey,
man.
everybody knows that.
Yeah,
You know, I be looking at all those shows on
I
NBC.
know. I know. Hey, Lou. That's why I fucks with you, man. Look, okay. I did not know that the owner of that company he bought out Blockbuster and made it a juggernaut to what it was. Remember when Blockbuster was really doing his thing before flexing his muscle before Netflix had came on the scene and all that other stuff. Uh,
Yeah,
he had bought out Blockbuster and made it a juggernaut, made it a real tycoon. Because Blockbuster in the beginning it started off okay, but then it started to flourish. He started to franchise around that month, and I didn't know that. I didn't know he bought out Blockbuster.
yeah, Blockbuster's still around. It just they trying to do the same
Yeah,
thing next.
they only have one. They only got one location.
With Netflix,
Huh?
I
You said
think,
what?
yeah, and even though they got one,
Yeah, they only got one.
I can't wait to watch that movie with Michael B. Jordan tomorrow though.
Oh yeah, him and Lauren London. They up in there.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing movies a movie review, a couple movie reviews because I seen that Mortal Kombat.
Hmm.
Shoot,
I'm
only
surprised, Lou. I'm surprised nobody doing no cause I'm putting it out there, so probably somebody gonna steal the idea. But I'm surprised nobody doing the snowfalls reviews.
telling people do that on YouTube.
Yeah, but I thought about doing it myself. On my channel, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not all about just one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
But
That's what
follow a
separates.
whole lot of people after the show goes off. There's a whole lot of people who go on social media do like recap shows and all that.
Yeah, recap. Yeah, and they do the recap, but I like doing it after. every single, like not only the episodes, but also the entire season, and also give people, because a lot of people need to get caught up onto what's going on. They might jump into a season or whatever. You know how it is, Lou. You jump into a season, you be like, man, what's going on? Why did that happen or something like that? And
Yeah, I
you
got a
know, like,
feeling. Yeah, I got a feeling Mel's gonna come back someday.
yeah, he she's in Odessa now. He Franklin saw her in Odessa, and he still won't admit to her. All she really wants to know is if he killed her father.
She
But
knows.
Franklin ain't gonna admit that. Now that she done shot her. Now this is my other thing too, though, Lou. What you think gonna happen with Leon? We already know what's gonna happen with Jerome and Louis, because they said they want to do their own thing. But what you think gonna happen with Leon? Because Leon's like he ready to get out, man.
Well, I think Leon he wants out, but is he gonna survive? Because Leon knows a little too much.
He knows a lot and done did a lot too, and he still got to worry about Scully. I mean, we still got to worry about Scully. Scully done lost his girl Keisha.
Hey, I'm gonna be wrong for saying this, but when she got I was not mad about that.
Why? Because of what she did to Fatback.
No, she was losing him. She was
Yeah,
afraid.
man,
I
I don't like how she did Fatback though. They didn't have to kill Fatback like that though, man. That was fucked up, man. Wasn't it,
I
Lou?
I understand where she's coming from because she lost her baby, but
Yeah.
she was
Yeah, I know. I already know what part you talking about, man. I was like, damn, man, this girl is psychotic, man.
she was more
This
mad
girl
at
is psychotic, bro.
she was more like what you ain't going like she was mad at him like for him not wanting to get revenge for his losing his daughter like because he knew if he tried to
Right,
go the route he was going he was gonna be dead too
right.
and he knew that I think he kind of knew that she was gonna die sooner or later.
Oh yeah. After all the stuff she was doing, I just didn't think. I just didn't think. Honestly, I didn't think Man Boy was gonna get got this season. And then also, I didn't think old girl was gonna set Franklin up like that, man. That was foul what she did. Was she working with my Man Boy? I was
She
like, man,
only
this
did
so
that because
conniving.
she only did because she wanted to save her brother from getting killed.
Yeah, but she didn't even have to do that. Like, what was her? I mean, her beef. I mean, I think she could have went about it a whole nother way, but man, that was foul what she did, man. I'm surprised. What's her name? Her didn't get her. Reminds me of though, Lou.
Say what?
You know what Snowfall, the show, what it reminds me of?
Paid in full.
Nah. It reminds me of a hood version of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like the dude tripped me out is Jerome.
Cause it's like you don't think about it, Lou. You don't know who you don't know who gonna be next. but I was wondering how the show was gonna hold up after John Singleton had passed away. But I think they did a hell of a job, man. Uh, cause that's
If you
that's
want to
a
talk snow, if you want to talk to snowfall with
it-
somebody, talk to LBZ
oh yeah, 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 yeah. He be talking about it.
because he knows the
Yeah,
real story
yeah,
behind.
LV
He
man.
knows he knows the real story. He knows everything. The real story. Every person behind that.
But you know what though? This was supposed to be based on Freeway Ricky Ross.
He don't like the fact that they did a show. Talk. He don't like the fact they did a show.
Mhm. Yeah, that I mean, they got. I mean, they could have got somebody straight out of Compton to play Franklin's partner. They had to get nobody straight from the United Kingdom, man. Come on, man. Yeah, it's like when
No,
I hear when
no, I kind of like that guy. He remind me of
uh,
Denzel Washington.
nah Dempson, no Dempson, no Dempson go hard. I like Dempson injuries, but I'm just
Cause he
like
got
man.
that, cause he got that Denzel Washington voice in Snowfall.
Oh yeah, but I think that they could have got somebody straight that was like from the area. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have made it a lot more authentic. But I
And
mean Dempson.
you got to admit, Polo though, but some of the actors from the United Kingdom are great on TV shows though. Look at
Man,
The
they
Walking
go
Dead,
hard. Yeah.
Snowfall, and
hmm
all the other
hmm
shows that deep on
You
British
know what
people
I'm
out
what?
there.
Because what's his name did good in Concrete Cowboy. Idris Elba.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen Concrete Cowboy. Hey, Lou, that movie go hard, man. That Idris did. He showed his ass in that movie.
I was
Uh,
more mad that he ain't become James Bond because he would have been a great James
yeah,
Bond.
that. How did you know I was just getting ready? I'm waiting on them to come with a black James Bond, man. That's what I'm waiting on. Like, look, they got a woman version of Captain Marvel, a girl, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They got a woman version of that. Okay, make a black James Bond. Y'all doing all this with when it comes to Fast and Furious and stuff like that. You making it more into action, with fighting and stuff like that. Okay, turn on the twist with the 007. 007 needs a spark. It needs to be shaken up, man. And the way that you gonna do it, bring a black James Bond, everything black, Lou. You feel me? From the motherfucking the evil doer to the females he messing with to
like
the
don't
you
get me
know
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think Daniel Craig is great at James Bond, but come on, if you get Idris Elba doing that,
who you think was better, him or Pierce or Sean Connery out of all three of them?
you all got to Sean Connery because he was the one started the whole thing off.
Yeah, I I I gotta get. I like Daniel Craig, man. I ain't taking nothing away from Pierce, man, but uh Daniel, it's something about Daniel Craig, man.
Like my favorite, like the one he did for on Skyfall. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, man.
In the first movie he did, he went the movie the second James Bond movie he did where he was
hmm
when the movie first started off, he was in the car. He said
hmm
his name James Bond.
Was that Doctor No? That wasn't Doctor No, was it?
No, when Daniel Craig, they did like an origin story for the first James Bond with Daniel Craig. Then when the second one came out, he put the bad guy in the trunk. They was chasing at him, shooting at the car. He opened the
I'm
trunk,
sure.
talking about it's James Bond.
Man, I was throw like, but I'm trying to think of who was the evil doer. Who was the evil doer in his first one? Who was the villain?
The guy in the trunk.
Right? No, I know, but who? What was his name? You had people like Doctor No. You had just the various villains. I was trying to think of who was the villain that he was trying to get to, that he was spying on. Like what was his name? Not the actual actor. I'm talking about the character name.
I can't remember the villain's name myself right now.
Hmm. I think it was
But
Pierce Brosnan.
the first one ended with him shooting the bad guy in the leg and putting him in the
Right.
trunk.
Hmm. I remember that. I remember that. Daniel Craig. At first, I didn't. I was like, man, who they got doing it? But after I saw his acting, and some of his stunts, some of his stuff kind of reminded me. The only guy that I felt like that could play stunts the way that he did was Jason Statham. Like when he was in
Yeah, I'm
Transporter.
ready to see his new. I'm ready to see his new movie too.
Man, Transporter go hard, bro. All of him.
No, I'm talking about his new movie probably coming out next month in March. I mean in
Right.
May.
Hold on one second, Lou. Hey, Lou, you gonna go live for the draft, man?
I'll probably do it after the show because I'm on my phone. I got to charge it up, and plus
Okay.
I'll
Uh
probably do it after the draft. I'll probably do like a 1 hour, 2 hour show after the
huh.
draft and talk about what the
Oh,
things that went down.
okay. I'm a join in for that live though. Okay. I gotta go right now, man. But it was good chopping it up with you, though, brother.
All right, man.
Man, you be easy, man. Be safe out there.
All right.
Uh,
So I want to thank everybody for coming to the show tonight. Hanging with me. I want to thank Polo for chatting up with me about the NFL draft. and 49ers and the Aaron Rodgers situation. I want to thank Chris the bad guy and Ray those up for coming around, showing your brother love, showing your brother love. If you're in here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification so you know when I do a live show. I'll probably end up going live tonight after the end of the draft, after we seen everything that's went down. Other than that, peace out and see y'all later tonight.